Imagine this. A young African president, Ibrahim Traoré, sits in a big French TV studio. The lights are bright. The cameras are everywhere. The French TV host is famous for making fun of people. He thinks he is smart. He thinks he can make Traoré look weak. But what happens next shocks everyone. Traoré's answer is so strong, so wise, that the whole world starts talking about it. This is not just a story about a TV show. This is a story about respect. This is a story about Africa standing tall. This is a story you will never forget. The show is live. The host is ready to play his game. He wants to make Traoré look small. He uses jokes. He uses sarcasm. He tries to make the audience laugh at Traoré. He thinks he is in control. He thinks he is the star. But Traoré is calm. He does not react. He does not smile at the jokes. He does not look away. He waits for the right moment. The host asks his big question. Mr. President, do you really think you can lead a country? Or is this just a game for you? The room is silent. The audience is waiting. The cameras are close. The world is watching. Traoré looks at the host. He does not blink. He does not rush. He speaks slowly. He says, "In Africa we say the tree that stands tall does not fear the wind. You see me as young, but my roots are deep. My people trust me. I do not lead because of my age. I lead because I care. Leadership is not a game. It is a duty. I carry the hopes of my people on my shoulders." The words hit the room like thunder. The host is silent. The audience is silent. The cameras keep rolling. The world is watching. Traoré's words are simple, but they are strong. He does not shout. He does not fight. He just speaks the truth. Everyone feels the power in the room. The host tries to recover. He asks about Burkina Faso's problems. He asks about the future. He tries to find a weak spot. But Traoré answers every question. He is honest. He is direct. He says, "My country has problems, but we are working hard. We want respect, not pity. Africa is not a child. We are proud. We have our own dreams." The audience starts to change. Some people nod. Some people clap. The laughter is gone. The respect is growing. The host feels it too. He tries to joke again, but it does not work. The mood has changed. The power in the room has shifted. The show ends. The cameras turn off. But the story is just beginning. The video of Traoré's answer spreads fast. People in Africa watch it again and again. They share it on their phones. They talk about it in the streets, in the markets, in the schools. They feel proud. They feel strong. They say, "This is our leader. This is our voice." In other countries, people watch too. They see a new Africa. They see confidence. They see dignity. They see a leader who does not bow down. They see a leader who stands tall, even when others try to make him look small. In France, the story is everywhere. Some people are angry at the host. They say he was rude. They say he should respect his guest. Others are surprised by Traoré's calm. They say he is young, but he is wise. Some people start to learn more about Burkina Faso. They want to know about its people, its history, its dreams. The news channels replay the moment. Social media explodes with comments. Some people make jokes about the host. Some people make art about Traoré's answer. Some people write songs. Some people write poems. The story grows bigger every hour. In Africa, the effect is even stronger. Teachers talk about the interview in class. They say, "This is how you answer with respect. This is how you stand tall." Parents tell their children, "Never be afraid to speak the truth. Never be afraid to be proud of who you are." Young people feel hope. They see that their voices matter. They see that they can be leaders too. Other African leaders notice. They talk about the interview in meetings. They say, "We must speak with confidence. We must demand respect." They invite Traoré to speak at events. They ask for his advice. They want to know how he stays calm. They want to know how he answers with wisdom. The story becomes a symbol. It is not just about one man. It is about a whole continent. It is about standing up. It is about speaking the truth. It is about demanding respect. It is about changing the way the world sees Africa. In the days after the interview, the streets of Ouagadougou are full of energy. People talk about the moment everywhere. Taxi drivers play the video for their passengers. Shopkeepers put up posters with Traoré's words. School children write his quotes on the blackboard. In the villages, elders gather under the big tree and tell the story again and again. They say, "This is how you answer when someone tries to make you feel small." The story spreads to other countries. In Ghana, in Nigeria, in Senegal, people share the video. They say, "Look at Traoré. Look at Burkina Faso. We can all be strong." The story travels across borders. It travels across languages. It travels across generations. The French host after the show is quiet. He watches the video again. He sees how Traoré stayed calm. He sees how the audience changed. He starts to wonder. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe he should listen more. Maybe he should respect his guests. The next time the host has an African guest, he is different. He asks better questions. He listens more. He tries to understand. He remembers Traoré's words. The tree that stands tall does not fear the wind. The world keeps changing. More African leaders speak up. More young people demand respect. More stories are told. The story of Traoré and the French TV host is just the beginning. In the weeks that follow, the story is everywhere. News channels invite experts to talk about it. They discuss what it means for Africa. They discuss what it means for France. They discuss what it means for the world. Some people say it is a turning point. Some people say it is a new chapter. Artists paint murals of Traoré's face. Musicians write songs about the moment. Writers publish articles. The story is in newspapers, on radio, on TV, on the internet. It is in every language. It is in every country. In Burkina Faso, the government prints Traoré's words on posters. They hang them in schools, in offices, in markets. People read them every day. They feel proud. They feel strong. They feel united. In other African countries, leaders quote Traoré in their speeches. They say, "We must stand tall. We must speak with respect. We must demand respect." The story inspires a new generation. Young people dream bigger. They believe they can change the world. The story even reaches people who never cared about politics. They see the video. They feel something change inside. They start to believe in themselves. They start to believe in their country. They start to believe in Africa. The story is not just about one answer on TV. It is about a new way of thinking. It is about a new way of speaking. It is about a new way of living. It is about pride. It is about hope. It is about courage. In the days after the interview, the French media is busy. Every news show wants to talk about what happened. Some invite experts from Africa. Some invite young people from Burkina Faso. They all want to know, how did Traoré stay so calm? How did he turn the room around? How did he win respect with just a few words? On social media, the video is everywhere. People make short clips. They add music. They add subtitles in many languages. Some people use Traoré's words as their status. Some people print his words on T-shirts. Some people make posters and hang them in their windows. In schools, teachers use the video to teach about respect. They ask students, "What would you do if someone tried to make you feel small?" The students talk about courage. They talk about pride. They talk about speaking the truth. In markets, people talk about the story while they shop. They say, "Did you see our president on TV? Did you hear what he said?" They feel proud. They feel strong. They feel like they can do anything. In offices, workers share the video during lunch. They talk about how Traoré did not get angry. They talk about how he did not shout. They talk about how he just spoke the truth. They say, "This is real leadership." In the villages, elders tell the story to the young. They say, "This is how you answer with respect. This is how you stand tall." The young listen. They feel hope. They feel proud. In other African countries, the story is big news. Leaders talk about it in meetings. They say, "We must speak with confidence. We must demand respect." Young people feel inspired. They see that their voices matter. They see that they can be leaders too. The story even reaches people in other parts of the world. In Asia, in America, in Europe, people watch the video. They see a new Africa. They see confidence. They see dignity. They see a leader who does not bow down. They see a leader who stands tall, even when others try to make him look small. The story keeps growing. It becomes a symbol. It is not just about one man. It is about a whole continent. It is about standing up. It is about speaking the truth. It is about demanding respect. It is about changing the way the world sees Africa. So what can we learn from this story? We learn that you do not have to be old to be wise. You do not have to be rich to be strong. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to stand tall. You have to speak the truth. If someone tries to make you feel small, remember Traoré. Remember the lion. Remember the tree that stands tall. You can be strong. You can be wise. You can change the story. This story is now told everywhere. In villages, in cities, in schools, in homes. It is a story of hope, a story of courage, a story of Africa rising. And it all started with one moment, one answer on live TV. Never forget, your words have power. Your story matters. Stand tall. Speak your truth. Never let anyone make you feel less than you are. Like President Traoré, you carry the hopes of many. Your story is just beginning. If this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Here we share powerful stories from Africa and beyond. Stories that make you think, stories that make you proud, stories that show the world the real meaning of respect and courage. Hit the subscribe button, join our community, and never miss a story that matters. Your voice is important. Your story is important. Stay with us, and let's keep standing tall together. Thank you for watching.